The Empire State Building represents the great state of New York, and of course, Yankee Stadium represents much of what is great about Major League Baseball. Tonight, in fact, is the first postseason game in new Yankee Stadium. And this American League Division Series coverage on TBS is presented by BlackBerry. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series featuring the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. And good evening, everybody, along with Craig Sager and Ron Darling. I'm Chip Carey. Welcome to New York, where baseball fans everywhere last night saw a thrilling ball game.
Alex Rodriguez a chance to drive in a run.
And this is the spot for Alex Rodriguez where he truly has struggled with New York. No hits in his last 27 at-bats with men on base. 0 for his last 18 with runners in scoring position. Line drive, left center field. The streak is over. Here comes Jeter. He will score, and the Yankees up 4-2.
Base open, pitch to him very nervously. Here, a pretty good pitch, down and in, but Alex Rodriguez ready for that fastball on that first pitch count, lining that ball to left center field. You got to feel like the proverbial monkey off the back right there with that 2-out RBI hit before Jeter.
1 for his last 30 now with men on base. 1 for his last 20 with runners in scoring position. And 2 RBIs in his last 62 at-bats. But that a big one for A-Rod and the Yankees. Coming back from the shoulder surgery of a year ago. And a line drive smoked to right field and deep. That one is off the fence. Jeter scores. It's a long single for A-Rod, and all of a sudden, baseball, Alex Rodriguez is driving the ball with big-time authority. It's 7-2
game. Other than CC Sabathia's pitching, will be the emergence of A-Rod and his ability to drive in runs here in this game. His first one back. That's going to allow him to relax. It's going to allow the entire team to relax. They don't have to answer questions why A-Rod isn't driving in runs. He doesn't have to answer any questions about driving in runs. Well, Reggie Jackson threw out the first ball today. This is a Reggie Jackson type moment.
Hot shot, base hit. Jeter around third will get the green light, and A-Rod has come through again.
Well, this is becoming a different postseason than postseasons past for Alex. Fastball middle of the plate, not trying to do too much. Get a pitch and hit it hard. Base hit just enough to tie this game. And again, same old merry-go-round for these Minnesota Twins. They get a lead and it dissipates quickly.
Ron Gardenhire has said, especially in this park and especially against this Yankee team, mistakes will kill you. And Minnesota, and now Alex Rodriguez represents the tying run.
Well, Nathan has been outstanding all season long. He has not allowed a home run for the runner on base this season.
Fly ball center field. Well hit. At the track. He's done it again.
Fastball gets the middle of the plate. Watch A-Rod's reaction as he hits those one out. Let the bench know. I got it. Don't worry. That one's out here.
There's bedlam in the Bronx as Alex Rodriguez, a new man in 2009, has tied this game in the 9th inning and nobody out. It's the first homer allowed by Nathan this year with anybody on base.
Well, you can see he gets full extension on that fastball. The thing about Alex Rodriguez, when he's right, there's no ballpark. I don't care right field, right center, or left center. But he can't hit the ball out of him. Curtain call in October in postseason. Not a lot of those for A-Rod.
Alex Rodriguez had a great day as well. You got the single in the ninth inning. A-Rod brought in that home run. Here's the two heroes. You make it. You went through the rotation.
Well, I mean, you know, Mark's played like an MVP all year, and him and Jeter have carried us all year. But, you know, tonight we just probably tried to do a little bit too much early on. Then we relaxed and started hitting the ball a little bit better.
What is,
ironically enough, also down the left field line.
3 runs, 12 hits, 17 left on for Minnesota, and a game they had to have.
So that's your final. Yankees win game 2, 4-3 your final score in 11 innings. We have an off day in our series tomorrow. We will join you from the Metrodome for game 3 of the set. Andy Pettit and Carl Pavano. Fly ball, well hit right field. That ball is over to Baggy, and it is gone. Alex Rodriguez has tied the game, an opposite field home run. The third at bat again is the charm for the Yankee third baseman, and the Yankees have tied it up.
There are about 2,500 things that make Rodriguez so dangerous as a hitter. But the problem they have against him is that could be a pretty good pitch on the outside part. It's a little elevated for Pavano, but that Rodriguez can do that to the opposite field, have that kind of power. Just makes him sometimes impossible to pitch to.
2 home runs, 6 RBIs in this series for Alex Rodriguez. Series.
Rodriguez, yes, would have to be the MVP of this ALDS. He was just unbelievable. 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. Every hit he had produced an RBI for a guy that had always been accused of not being able to drive runs in the postseason. Just the opposite here for Alex Rodriguez.
1 RBI. In the air to left center field. That should get a run home as Jeter will tag. Here he comes. Throw is into third, and the Yankees lead 1-0. RBI by Rodriguez.
one thing John Lackey did, and you can see Jeff Mathis, he impressed Rodriguez inside. That's something the Minnesota Twins didn't do. You've got to pitch A-Rod inside to get him out. Troy Hunter conceding the run. But let's take a look.
That's up the middle and a base hit. Teixeira will turn and go to third, no play, as Hunter's throw comes into second. And Rodriguez has his 6th hit of this postseason. During the regular season, he is 1 for 2 in his career against Fuentes with a home run and a strikeout. In the air to right, back is Abreu at the wall. That's gone. Game tied. It's a home run. Tied at 3.
He did it again. Careless pitch from Fuentes. Tie ball game.
Clearly over the wall to make it 3-3.
Fuentes furious with himself on an 0-2 count. that Bobby Abreu, had that ball landed in his glove, the ball would have taken the glove over the fence. Bringing the hands in, but on an 0-2 pitch, Rodriguez ties it.
12th inning on a cold, windy, now rainy night. A-Rod, another game tire off Fuentes. It's 3-3.
Alex Rodriguez, what was it like playing in that game?
Wow, what a game. Great game. It was exciting. Just fortunate to come out on top.
Fuentes had you 0-2. What did you think at that moment?
Well, he made two tough pitches. I was just looking to get on base, get a good pitch to hit and drive it somewhere, and got a good pitch and hit it well.
Looked like you weren't sure it was going out.
I certainly wasn't sure. I mean, the wind's been howling all day, and it's knocked the ball down all day for 12 innings. I was fortunate enough I got enough of it.
Alex, the Yankees are now up 2 games to none in this series. How good is your position?
Well, I mean, look, we've been down this road before. Every game is very important, and we better be 2-0 than 1-1.
You remember who started this game for you?
I know AJ did, and he did a phenomenal job.
Alex, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
That's an unfair question at 5 hours and 10 minutes after the start, and Alex passed the test.
Mid-18. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That is a rocket. Just blasted into left field. It's 2-0. And number 69 against Angel pitching.
It is a real problem for any pitcher to fall behind Alex Rodriguez. But the reason for that is you can't come inside with that fastball when you're behind in the count. So you have to resort to something else. Weaver on a 3-1 count with the changeup. So both home runs for the Yankees. Tremendous clout.
431 feet. The distance for that home run.
Ouch.
It was a 2-0 pitch to Jeter. It was a 3-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Homered yesterday. There goes Rodriguez. Throw down is too late. Nobody even got over to cover. Going on first move like Jeter back in the first, and this time Rodriguez is successful.
Rodriguez not only stealing on Mike Napoli and Scott Kazmir, but also on Howie Kendrick. That surprised everybody. Derek Jeter went on first movement. He was picked off. Fastball inside.
And a rocket up the middle. Boy, is he locked in. A walk, a single. Leadoff man is on for the 4th straight inning, and here is Mike Butcher. First question. To the second baseman. Here comes Kendrick. Throw home, too late. Rodriguez gets under the tag, and it's 1-0 New York. The throw was high, and Napoli could not get the tag down, and Rodriguez crosses home plate with run number 1.
Taking advantage of an infield that is too deep. You mentioned it, Joe. The right, if you're going to play in, you're going to try to cut down the run. You can't play back on the pull side. And the throw by Hendrick is too high, and Rodriguez scores. Posada goes to third because Rodriguez had told him before the play, ground ball, I'm going. Yankees on the board.
Extremely confident hitter who seems to be picking up the ball really well as he hits one into left. Back at the wall. Rodriguez goes deep. And it's 5-0 New York. Number 5 of this postseason. And a
playoff renaissance continues for Alex Rodriguez.
I don't think you're going to get in any trouble reading his body language. Right on the money. Down and in. Another win.
Third straight game with a home run for Rodriguez. And it's 5-0 New York. With that, Alex Rodriguez ties the red-hot Ryan Howard. And Lou Gehrig with consecutive games with an RBI in postseason history for 8 brilliant innings on 3 days rest. And now Rodriguez, just for good measure, plugs the gap in left center field. And Alex Rodriguez, who has homered here tonight, singled, has now doubled.
He has also walked, so he's been on base 4 times, 2 runs scored. He scored the first run of the game for the Yankees back in the 4th inning. First pitch hitting just hammers one to left center.
And they have come through this postseason just about every time they've been asked. Here's one into right. That ball will be caught by Abreu. Tagging is Rodriguez, and he goes to third. The ball goes into the dugout, and Rodriguez scores to make it 8-1.
Won in each of your past 3 games. When was the last time you were this locked in?
Well, I mean, it's been a while, but I certainly feel good. The last 2 weeks have been really good, and I think it all started in my last game against Tampa Bay when I hit 2 and drove in 7.
You stole a base tonight. You raced home from third, tagged up from second, scored an error. You had hip surgery last offseason. Are you all the way back physically?
Well, the stolen base was a little bit of a miracle. I feel pretty good physically. It's the best I felt all year, no doubt.
About the prices for regular season tickets at the new Yankee Stadium this week. Well, the Yankees started selling World Series tickets online on Wednesday. They sold out that allotment in less than a minute, and some of the people who got them started offering them on other sites. How about these prices? A $51 obstructed view ticket, $963. But if the Yankees do get to the World Series and Alex Rodriguez continues what he's doing, they might actually get their money's worth. How much would you pay to witness a part of what may be the greatest postseason ever at the plate? Tim Kirkson's lucky. He won't have to pay.
Only in baseball can a player go from unmitigated failure to unstoppable in 7 postseason games. That's what Alex Rodriguez has done. He has driven in a run in 8 straight postseason games, tying the record held by Lou Gehrig and Ryan Howard. Rodriguez has as many home runs, 5, in 29 at-bats in this postseason as he had in his previous 145 at-bats in the postseason.
It's been as good as I can remember. What he's been able to do so far in this postseason has been really pretty incredible.
I feel like, you know, you want to see the ball and hit it hard, and I try to do too much. But I think the best way I can describe it is you feel like the game is slowing down for you a little bit.
He's as good as anybody has performed up to this point in any playoff.
It's tough to pitch around one guy in the lineup because they're so deep, but you know, if I pitch up to my capabilities, I think I'll be okay. I've had a little bit of success against them.
The record for most home runs in a postseason is 8 by Barry Bonds in 2002 and Carlos Beltran in 2004. It is not premature to mention that, not with where it appears the Yankees are headed, and not with the way Rodriguez is swinging the bat. In Anaheim, Tim Kirkson, ESPN.
I mean, it's so incredible. We can't get enough of these A-Rod then and A-Rod now illustrations. In his first 24 postseason games with the Yankees, hit just 245, 4 home runs, 9 RBI. But in just 7 games this postseason, 407, 5 home runs, and 11 RBI. And he has at least 1 RBI in his last 8 postseason games.
Call strike.
Rodriguez down toward the end of the bat into right center field. This ball is off the wall. Rodriguez digging for second. Good throw, but safe for the double is A-Rod.
Well, Alex Rodriguez gets a chance to extend his arms. Remember the first two at bat, Lackey coming inside, and this is what American League pitchers fear, is A-Rod extending his arms, tremendous power to right center field.
Really not an awful pitch from Lackey. It had good bite to it.
Not to most guys, but it is to him.
Down toward the end of the bat and all the way carrying off the wall for a 2-out double. And hard hit, base hit through the left side. 2 on with 2 out.
Up. He threw the first fastball inside. He tries to get the second one inside. A-Rod looking for it. The ball kind of drifting back toward the middle of the plate.
Eight for 20 is Rodriguez in this series, and here is Jorge. And that'll force home a run to make it 3-1. Saunders wants to know where that missed, and it's 3-1 New York on a bases-loaded walk. Saunders, who's finished, and here's that 3-1 delivery. Called ball 4. And I'm sure still thinking about that 3-1 pitch to Rodriguez.
That's the 83rd pitch of the ball game right there. Saunders wanted it, so did Mike Scioscia.
I don't blame him. But it just would have made the count full to Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez starts it with a base hit right up the middle. On base 4 times tonight in Game 6.
Again, covering every nano-inch of a 17-inch wide plate.
Came in spinning one way and left spinning the other. Alex Rodriguez, who threw this team on his back at times this postseason, is going to the World Series. And for the first time in his career, Alex Rodriguez will appear in the World Series. Been a Yankee since 2004, had the heartbreak in 2004, watching the Red Sox come back from down 3-0 to beat New York. 5 home runs this postseason for Alex Rodriguez. Let's go down to the winning leg.
Alex Rodriguez, congratulations. Has it sunk in yet that you are heading to your first World Series?
Well, I mean, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, ever since I was 5 years old, it was a dream as a child. And, you know, you have 24 great teammates, and I couldn't be happier.
What was different for you this postseason? What has been different than in previous postseasons?
Well, it started rough this year for me in spring training, and I said it all along. I mean, I just felt very happy and very blessed. And, you know, all I cared about this year was winning games.
When you came to the Yankees, you heard all about the previous World Championships from Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera. What have they told you about the actual experience, what has playing in the World Series has been like for them?
Well, I mean, that's what you play for, and, you know, in order to win a World Series, you have to get there first, and, you know, I feel like a 10-year-old kid. I want to thank God for the opportunity and all these great guys.
You talked about the big weight that has come off your shoulders over the last 7 or 8 months. Back in February and March, did you picture this moment?
I actually did. I mean, I did, and, you know, all the guys we brought in, all the pitchers, Swish, obviously CC, AJ, they've all done a phenomenal job, and it's been a group effort. We all bought into Joe Girardi, who's done a great job this year, and we're very happy right now. We have 4 more to go.
Congratulations, Alex. Good luck against the Phillies.
Thank you.
Alex Rodriguez heading to his first career World Series. As we said, it back upstairs to Joe Buck. All right, Kenny, thank you very much.
He has stopped, and we are ready for liftoff in the 38th World Series to be played in the Bronx. Temperature's unreal October has him just 4 wins shy of his first.
Batting fourth, third baseman, number 13, Alex Rodriguez. Number 13.
Here is Alex Rodriguez leading it off, and he gets drilled by Cole Hamels.
Well, the Phillies have been making Alex Rodriguez inside conscious. Trying to come inside with a fastball. And this is the first time that Alex Rodriguez has been on base in the 3 games. Striking out. He even said that going 0 for 0 with 4 walks would be a perfect game.
Here's one down the right field line, and it's high off the wall, a fair ball. Teixeira is at third and held there as Worth gets it back in on a double off the wall to right in the first World Series hit for Alex Rodriguez. And now Joe Girardi is going to go out and talk to the right field umpires. We take another look.
Looks like it was right off the top of the railing.
It looked like it hit the camera. I think it hit the camera.
Sure did. That's a home run. That's exactly right. Good eyes, partner.
Well, this is a situation where you can have replay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a boundary call. I think that's what Joe Girardi is doing. That ball, if the camera weren't there, appeared to be a ball that would have gone out of the ballpark when it hit the camera.
You know, the question is, will there be conclusive evidence to say if that ball doesn't hit inside that camera, it leaves the park? And since that camera's sticking over the wall, I think you can debate it. So we are going to have a replay situation, and they're going to look at the replay and determine whether that ball would have left or not.
I think they're going to determine that it's a home run. I really do.
Tough to see. Evidently, it's in the left side of your screen. And you can just see it, just a flash. It hit high up on that lens. Obviously, Rodriguez thinks, if not hopes, that it was indeed a home run. Well, they'll watch it and determine as to whether it's a home run or not. I don't know if there's enough evidence to say that that ball clearly would have left the park, if for no other reason than because that camera, it looks like, was sticking over the wall, and they're saying home run. So it's 3-2 now. Philadelphia, as the umpires overturn the call on the field, and now Charlie Manuel is going to argue.
I think because they called it so quickly, they weren't in that room very long. And this is, I would imagine, the shot that they had. And I think that ball would have been over the fence had the camera not been there.
So with that look at the home run, that it's literally into the camera lens. It's an overturn of the call on the field, and it's a 3-2 game on a home run by Alex Rodriguez. So his first hit of this World Series isn't a double, it's a home run. And Rodriguez is hit for the second time tonight. So that'll put 2 on with 2 out. 1-0 New York. And Alex Rodriguez is hit. He stares at his own bench as he's hit for the 3rd time in the last 2 nights. And it's turning into a trend.
Hit in the rib cage, so that's the 3rd time in 1+ games that Alex Rodriguez has hit by a pitch. We talked about the Phillies trying to establish themselves inside.
To discuss, you would have to believe whether they're going to warn both sides. And both sides have been warned, and the Yankees won't like that because they will have no chance to pay back. And they've got Sabathia going caught by Victorino, 1 out. Alex Rodriguez would disagree with that opinion, as you can pick up his audio coming off the home plate umpire Mike Everett's microphone when he was hit by the pitch in the first. It's his third time. It's a little obvious. Hit twice last night. He's hit right out of the gate here tonight in the first. Intentional.
Once again, Lidge's best pitch is his slider, and it's often in the dirt.
Trying to put the Yankees back on top in the 9th inning. The 0-1. Ripped into left field. Alex Rodriguez has delivered for New York. In to score is Damon. Headed to third is Teixeira. And to second is Rodriguez. And the Yankees lead 5-4 in the 9th.
And with Johnny Damon on at third base, Lidge goes to his fastball. He tries to come inside to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez rips it to left field to put the Yankees back ahead. That not only puts them ahead, but it puts Mariano Rivera in the game.
And it puts the Phillies back in that spot where they have to rally against Rivera. Johnny Damon deserves a lot of credit for a good at-bat against Lidge with 2 out, nobody on, getting the base hit to left. All 3 runs scoring, and the rally starting with 2 out for New York. RBI double for Rodriguez in the top of the 9th. Into the bottom half. 7-4 New York. New York leads it 3-1 here in the 105th World Series. And the Yankees with 3 runs in the 9th inning win this game tonight in Philadelphia.
He's been stepping up big time. He came up with a huge double behind me, and no, I'm not surprised. We have a great lineup, and I mean, to me, the key of the whole inning was the tenacious at bat by Johnny Damon.
Oh man, in front of you, 2 guys in front of you, that had to pump you up.
Well, Johnny Damon, he's just an absolute warrior. I love the guy, and we're so blessed to have him here.
Are you starting to smell your first World Series championship?
No, not yet. I mean, we've been down this road before. It's important for us to stay focused.
You're one win away from stop getting drilled.
I hope so.
All right. Nice going, pal.
Tough to pick up. Fastball, base hit into the right field corner. Jason Worth will get to it. Damon is coming around third. Here's the throw by Utley, and too late. 1-0 New York in the first inning of Game 5. And Rodriguez delivers with a 2-out RBI double.
We have mentioned it more than once in the postseason. Rodriguez loves to extend his arm. Great power the other way. And once this ball gets by Jason Worth in right field, you know Damon's going to score. Worth can't cut it off. The cutoff throw is good as Damon pounding around third, waved home by Rob Thompson, and the Yankees are on the board.
Bill Rodriguez now has 3 hits in this World Series this postseason for Rodriguez. And he shoots one in the air to left, into the alley and off the glove of Ibanez. 1 run scores Damon. Here comes Teixeira, and it's a 2-run double for Alex Rodriguez, and just like that, it's 8-4 here in the 8th.
And Joe, that's what Shane Victorino was talking about, because both are better outfielders than Raul Ibanez. Ibanez going to his left, the ball right off the webbing. Actually, off the thumb of the glove, that ball could have been caught. But that was Victorino's point. Do you want me in center and Francisco in left? Because we're better fly chasers, and that's a fact.
Home park in the Bronx. He popped it up. Shallow center for Francisco. Rodriguez will tag and come to the plate and score. Rodriguez watching it the entire way, and the throw by Ben Francisco was late, and it's an 8-5 game.
It is interesting to notice the third baseman, when anybody's tagging up at third base, what they try to do is line themselves up between the guy tagging and the center fielder, so they can't really see it. You can see Feliz standing next to Rodriguez in line with the center fielder and trying to block his view and upset his timing unsuccessfully.
Eric Jeter and Alex Rodriguez, they have shared the left side of the infield for 6 seasons. Will they finally share the joy of winning a championship together? Meanwhile, the
In to score is Teixeira. The ball gets away from Worth. In to score is Rodriguez. 2 more. And it's 7-1. Is a 1-2. Rodriguez grounds it left side and through for a base hit. His 1-2 pitch. The runner at first. There goes Rodriguez. A check swing on a pitch in the dirt. They appeal, and Matsui strikes out. Could not hold up. Down to second goes Rodriguez. 2 out.
Rodriguez with a great jump from first, and on the breaking ball, Matsui goes too far. So a stolen base for Rodriguez. And he chose the right pitch on which to run.
To the second baseman, Cano. The Yankees are back on top. World champion for the 27th time. Rivera, and now the first for Alex Rodriguez. We'll continue with 20 more after this.
Congratulations.
Alex Rodriguez.
You know, for 15 seasons, I know above everything else, you are a huge baseball fan, and for 15 seasons, you were on the other side of the television set watching guys up here. Just for a minute, take this moment in.
Okay.
What are those emotions stirring inside you right now?
Well, I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I know that when a lot of people running the other way, my teammates, coaches, and organization stood right next to me. And now we're standing here today as world champions. Thank you.
You looking forward to that parade down the Canyon of Heroes?
Yes, I am. With all my teammates, we're going to enjoy it, and we're going to party.
Well, hello, Andy Pettit. How are you?
Good. Doing good. It's awesome.
Thank you, Mark, and it's been a pleasure having Ozzie Guillen with us. Well done to Chris Rose, Mark Grace, Eric Karros. We will take a break as you look at the cover of the New York Post, number 27 for the New York Yankees. We'll continue after this commercial here on Fox.